Hi, Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health. I was just thinking about, people not thinking about investing in a health coach, and I thought about what they gave me, and I invested in several different health coaches, different practitioners, different all sorts of things. I spent a few years just going to doctors, specialists, GPs, you name it. Now the difference, every single doctor, every single one, only wanted to give me blood tests, weigh me, and give me medication. That was the limit. That was it. That in no way benefits your health. You may maintain a level of hormones or something by being on medication, but in no way does it improve your health. If you're on medication and your levels are within normal range, you're still sick because you've got medication supporting you to do that. And it may not always do that. It may be within normal range this time, next time you're up, next time you're down, and it's so stressful and your brain just goes, right? So I had some health coaches. I started looking at, people in these kinds of groups, like somebody help me. I was so sick. And, doing my own research, touching on bits and pieces, started using essential oils, reducing toxicity, started drinking aloe vera, but I needed someone to put it all together for me. So I had health coaches who, one of them, I've mentioned her before in here. I gained so much weight. I had a lot of pain and inflammation. I think I ended up worse than when I started with her. But what I did learn was foods that affected me. She was getting me to eat foods that I shouldn't have been eating. She was getting me to do things I shouldn't have been doing. So I learned not to do those things. That is a lesson. It may have felt like at the time a waste of time and money, but now I look back and I think I learned what not to do. And you're never going to learn that from your doctor. The other thing that I learned from having a health coach was how to put my health into as a priority, how to put things into sequence, how to system, how to, what to do when. I couldn't tell you exactly how many different health coaches I had, but what they did help me with was I learned what to do and what not to do. Some health coaches I took, one of them, he got me sleeping better. That was great for me. Another one helped my digestive system. Another one helped my liver. All of them together were great investments because I learned so much about my body. And even if you're learning little bits here and there from each one, you're learning something. But what are you going to learn from your doctor? I walked out of my doctors, every single doctor, depressed. And because they were telling me I was depressed. They were telling me there's nothing wrong with me and I need to be on antidepressants and I need to see a psychologist. That was all that was wrong with me, apparently. And I had to live with this forever. There was no, help with food. There was no help with weight loss. There was nothing. They kept telling me I needed to eat better. I needed to exercise more. I had no energy for that. I was sleeping 2 hours a night and I was exercising. I was playing tennis and I was still doing all these things. It was so stupid. And, I really didn't get a single ounce of help from any practitioner that I had. Naturopaths, okay, but, maybe they gave me a little bit of understanding. They weren't making me feel like I was, mental, but they didn't give me all the tools I needed to get better. I needed someone to say, do this, do this, do this, do this, and this will help you. Instead, I did it all myself. I took a bit of this from somebody and a bit of that from somebody, and I just took pieces and put them all together and made one healing program for myself, really. I was just doing things, and I would do them for a year, 2 years. I never did anything for 5 minutes. So everything I did was, helping me. It was done for a long time. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But I did a lot of the physical first, and I didn't focus on the mental and the emotional until the end, when I nailed the physical. I couldn't do any more for the physical, and I thought, I think the emotional that I refused to acknowledge was part of the issue. So I had to come to my own understanding. But that's why I want to help people come to their own understanding, because you're not going to get it from your doctor, and it's a shame, but they are literally there to medicate. They don't even have the knowledge of, like, none of them tell you that your thyroid issue stems from your liver. They won't tell you that. It's a thyroid issue and you just support your thyroid. And there's a lot of health coaches that just work on thyroid, take selenium for your thyroid and do this for your thyroid. And that's great. Some of those things are great, but they're still missing that step of the liver health. Focus on that, and then the rest of it will stack up. But I just wanted to, I just thought of this, and I thought, you know what? Every single health coach, whether I got better or not through them, had given me some kind of help, whether it was to learn what my body didn't like or what my body did like. But that was a lesson, and you need to learn what your body doesn't like, and you do need to learn what your body does like. But when I'm going to a doctor and saying, is there a nutrition plan I can go on? And they would say to me, why would food have any impact on your health? That is what they would say. I mean, we eat at least 3 times a day, right? So if I ate hot dogs, breakfast, lunch and dinner, you can't tell me that that's going to be beneficial to my health, or it's not going to be detrimental to my health. Food is important, but so are all the other things, and you need to understand what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and basically what has an impact on your own specific health. So that is why, that's what I focus on, you. Learning about you, you understanding you. And, if you want to learn a bit more about yourself, book in a free call. What is my phone? I need a new one. Book in a free call with me. Rochelle will put the link in the comments. Book in a call. We can have a chat to see where you need to go. But stepping outside of the medical field is super important, and if you want to feel better, because it's not going to happen in the medical field. I'm sorry. You might for a little while. And I know I go on about this sometimes, but I've seen people, I've watched myself, I've watched other people go down this track. And, sometimes you have to find out for yourself. I can tell you all the things, you're going, oh, Naomi, I feel all right now. My medication's working. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Because after I had my kid, my second child was when I discovered I had a thyroid issue. I just went about what I did normally and took my thyroid medication. I was fine. And literally one day, it just went bang, everything, boom, 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 heart palpitations, not sleeping, no energy, weight gain, super hungry. And I was just like, what is this? So I then panicked, and I started going to doctors, and they were not helping me. So I had to hit rock bottom before I could get in my head, I need to do something about this myself. Nobody's going to help me. So I am here to help. Before you hit rock bottom, if you're at rock bottom, I'm definitely the person to talk to, but I can also help you before you hit rock bottom, because it's a much steeper hill to climb if you're right down the bottom. You want to only, start now, so you're not where I was. So book in that free 20-minute call with me so we can start to nut some of these things out. We can see where you're going with your health. There are some things that you could be doing, whether they're natural or not, they could be keeping you sick. So let's look at that, work together. You're going to get support from me. I'm not going to do what I've had done to me, which is, this isn't working for you, and then they drop all support. They cut me off. That has happened to me with 2 health coaches. It wasn't working, and they just thought that I wasn't trying or whatever, and I got really sick. So then they just cut me off, blocked me, no more support, which left me in a worse position than I was when I started. So that will not happen to you with me. We are going to get through this together, and I'm going to support you, and we are going to work through what it is that is best for you.